Hello, my name's Mike, and this is a video about personal independence payment, mobility activity number 1, that is about the help that you need or would need most days to plan and follow a journey. A journey is a trip outside your home, and when the Department for Work and Pensions is looking at how you manage this, they should look at a variety of journeys, not just local ones, and they should look at how you manage on a variety of public transport. Planning a journey involves knowing where you're going and how you're going to get there, and following a journey is about actually doing that, including dealing with unexpected situations. There are 3 ways that you can score points in this part of the PIP assessment. The first is where, for some disability related reason, you will be unable to plan a journey. The second is where undertaking a journey, or the thought of undertaking a journey, would cause you overwhelming psychological distress. And what's meant by overwhelming psychological distress is distress that's linked to an enduring mental health condition, an intellectual impairment, or a cognitive impairment. And the third way of scoring points is where you need another person, or an assistance dog, or an orientation aid in order to undertake a journey. Another person is another person. An assistance dog is a dog that's trained to deal with sensory impairments. And an orientation aid is in effect something like sat-nav, but only where that's been designed to overcome disability-related difficulties. Within that third one, the system looks differently at familiar journeys and unfamiliar journeys. So, if you use my checklist to break this down, well, there are 5 questions. The first is it the case that for some reason, disability-related reason, you're unable to plan a journey in advance? The next 2 questions are about overwhelming psychological distress. Is it the case that you need prompting, reminding, encouraging, explaining in order to overcome that overwhelming psychological distress? And then the next one, is it the case that most days, at some point in the day when you could reasonably want to go out, you're unable to because of that overwhelming psychological distress? The next 2, they're about the need for another person, an assistance dog, or an orientation aid. There's one question about familiar journeys, and there's another about unfamiliar journeys. In each case, it says, is this so? Explain more. If you answer those questions, you will tell the decision maker everything they need to know to assess you under this part of the assessment. Here's an example about a young man who has a learning impairment. We answered the questions about planning a journey and about needing another person. Here's what we said. Planning a journey. Alex doesn't understand time and his sense of space is poor. He couldn't understand a map or a bus timetable. Then, needing another person. Alex is okay once he's learned a journey, though it takes a long time for him to learn. He can find his way around our village and he can find his way to his grandma's house. If he had to go somewhere that he doesn't know, he would need another person. He would simply be unable to find his way without that help. Here's an example. It's a lady that I work with who has multiple sclerosis, who has debilitating bouts of brain fog. This is what we said about needing another person. I haven't been out on my own since last Christmas. In December, I tried to go into town along a route that I know well. The brain fog descended and I became completely lost. I had to phone Barry, my husband, and told him what I could see. He then came and found me and took me home. This level of brain fog is a daily occurrence, and because of it, I don't go out without someone else. I hope you found this helpful. I'm sorry, I can't help with individual claims, but if your organisation needs some training, please get in touch.